Ice Spice completely copied Cleo's style. This is a picture of Cleo in 2021. This is Ice Spice in the same exact outfit in 2022. Cleo made an excellent point. You can clearly go back to Cleo's Facebook from 2021 and see when her style started changing up and when she started really embodying the Y2K, mini skirts, chunky boots type of style. She is a light-skinned woman, literally copied a dark-skinned woman's entire aesthetic and had the nerve to put her down. So for Ice Spice to sit up here and have the audacity to say that she gave Cleo an opportunity, that she didn't have to, and heavy on the she didn't have to, right? She definitely made sure to say that a couple times. I didn't have to. When you don't copy this girl's whole entire style, aesthetic, etc., is absolutely wild to me.
You might have to go straight to the airport.
Okay. I don't have no luggage. I'm rolling.
Well, it's better for you to go home than not have luggage.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Where y'all coming out there?
Well, somebody can send your luggage.
But then I'm gonna have to wait for 4 days before I get all my stuff.
Well, it's either that or you're gonna probably miss your flight.
But I should have never let you take my swag. I should have never even gave you a piece of it. Because Lord knows that you was wearing bodysuits and Jordans when you first came out.
I don't understand why y'all so, oh my God, about this CleoTrapa and Ice Spice situation. At the end of the day, CleoTrapa just had a moment where she was being an optimistic real bitch. She had a moment where her friend got exposed for saying some slick shit, and she thought she was trying to make it up, because we all have our moments where, you know, we say stuff out of emotion, and she thought she was trying to make it up, and the whole time, she was being used. Like, sometimes you being optimistic and, you know what I'm saying, assume that everybody else is as real as you are, can end you up in situations like Cleo ended up in. And although I do commend her for making the best out of the situation and trying to persevere through it, because at the end of the day, period, Black Queen. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like she should have ever even went on that tour with 1 day notice, and with everything that had just happened previously, right before, kind of still lingering before. I just felt like that wasn't the best decision for her. But at the end of the day, it happened, and you can never get mad for getting clarity on whether or not somebody fuck with you and how they fuck with you. So don't get me wrong, I do still like Ice Spice and CleoTrapa because they was a cute little duo, like a little salt pepper set, but it is what it is.
As someone who has worked in entertainment, in regards to the Cleo and Ice Spice situation, this person was questioning on another video, why would Cleo expect Ice Spice to pay for anything for her? And just business-wise, a tour should have a budget, right? Like, say the entire tour, I'm just gonna pull a number at my ass. Say the entire tour has a budget of $1 million, right? Cleo probably assumed that if Ice Spice was inviting her on the tour, that budget included money for another act, right? It should have been made clear to Cleo that she was either included in the original tour budget or she needed to provide budget for her own expenses. Like, that should have been made clear to Cleo, point blank, period. And to be clear, being in entertainment does not give people an excuse for bad character and bad behavior. People choose to act like that, and it doesn't mean that that behavior should be acceptable in entertainment.
Now, look, I'm not about to go through 40 minutes of this recap. I mean, there's enough videos online talking about this drama and beef between CleoTrapa and Ice Spice. But you know, over here, we're going to take a deep dive into different perspectives and unique commentary that you're not going to get anywhere else. So for those who don't know, my name is btaylortv and welcome back to my channel. So I couldn't help but to think of that Tokyo Tony video where she was arguing with her friend saying, girl, the hotel only $45.
We came out together. It was her, Riot, me, and the security were walking towards the elevator. We go inside the elevator. And this is something that she could have texted me, because she texted me when she said that he was coming on the bus and for me to take a bunk on the bus. So she goes, in the elevator, you're not going to get your own room? I was like, what? I didn't know I was getting my own room. I was mad confused. I'm like, oh, that's what I was trying to understand. And I stopped the elevator door from opening. Girl, why you can't say nothing to nobody? Like, why do you always try to give like an embarrassment kind of vibe? Like, it's not even embarrassing, but it's like, that's the vibe that you make it seem like you try to give all the time. Like, girl, you could have texted me that. Cleo, make sure you get your own room. This is the hotel we staying at. Like, damn, why we gotta get to the hotel and you telling me you're not gonna get your own room? Like, I could have had the room booked already before we got here, boo.
Well, we gonna get two then.
It's a double bed.
I don't give a fuck what it is. We getting 2 rooms. Let me send you the money. We go pop. The fuck wrong with you? Bitch, you a grown-ass woman.
I know, but what?
Bitch, it's $45.
I know.
That's why. Don't get fucking weird.
Okay, but besides the jokes, you know, let people laugh at you. Right now, CleoTrapa, a lot of people are really siding with her. Those who do not like Ice Spice, those who feel like Ice Spice is not a real celebrity. They don't feel like she have any real talent. They have their biasness. I'm going to come from this perspective from a Libra. I mean, for those who don't know, I am a Libra. So there's balancing scales there, okay? So one of the biggest things that I can say is that CleoTrapa should have advocated for herself. Don't let nobody play with who you are, or let them treat you like you ain't shit, or let them treat you like you the munch, or you just the fart and you not the shit in my Ice Spice terms. And also, I agree. She should have never agreed to the tour. I understand. People tell you take any opportunity that you can and make the best of your situation. But there comes a time where you can't just take breadcrumbs. You can't take breadcrumbs from no man. Don't be taking breadcrumbs from no friends. Don't be taking breadcrumbs from no job. If you think more of yourself, then that's the type of essence and aura that you need to carry each and every day that you walk through life. That's the type of energy that you carry, because ain't nobody gonna respect you until you demand the respect of yourself. And ain't nobody respecting you, and you're in an environment where you're being treated like you are not who you say you are, then you need to leave that environment, because that environment is not for you to be around. That's for you to advocate for yourself. That's for you to gain a voice. If that's your friend, like that, to me, it's like, this is what happens when you mix friendship with business. It should have been straight up a business type of relationship when it came down to the tour. But they both made the mistake of trying to mix friendship and business. So Ice Spice is probably thinking, okay, I'm going to bring my friend on with me. I'm going to put her on. That's the least that I can do. I'm being nice. So she's kind of like, okay, I'm going to feed you breadcrumbs. You know, I'm going to help you here and there. But after a while, let's be honest, most people in this world, most people are not going to give you any favors without something in return. And when you can't return something to them, they get annoyed. Or if you're under the mercy of somebody and they're basically taking care of you, it don't matter whether it's a man, your mom, your dad, or a friend, they're going to eventually get tired of you, because there is an unequal balancing of the scales. If your friend is always taking care of the tab around you, they're going to start to feel used. They're going to start to get annoyed because the respect level is not there. You're not moving like no boss chick. You moving like, okay, I need you to take care of me and take care of everything. And Ice Spice, at the end of the day, she didn't sound like she was calling the shots, because her team was saying, we're not paying for that. That's not in the budget. And if you work in the media business, you understand a lot of these artists are being controlled. They're being controlled by their label. They're being controlled by their management. So if their management is saying, we're not paying for that, or that's coming out of your pocket, and they're on a certain budget, then that's what they're not going to pay for. And this is where I say business and pleasure with friendship should never be mixed. Business and a relationship should never be mixed when it's two different teams. So that's one of my key points, is never be at the mercy of someone else, because that person can all of a sudden take back their favors or start treating you some type of way, and you're at the mercy of them. The fact that she was talking about she couldn't even get a chicken salad, the fact that she wasn't on the flyer, there were signs before she even said yes to go on tour, and she last minute. You ain't no last minute type of chick, okay? Don't let nobody last minute you. If a dude call your phone and say, oh, I want to take you here all of a sudden for the first day, and it's just a last minute thing, do you know how inconvenient that is? Do you know when you telling somebody, no, you're going to take your time. You're going to take your time to introduce me. I'm going to be on that flyer. I'm going to be promoted. You will promote me. You will have me at a certain time. That's for you to advocate for yourself. And don't let nobody breadcrumb you. And just know that nothing in this world is free. Know when you are being used. okay? You saw how she played you from the beginning. So why would you continue on with this tour without talking to your team? Hey, with the luggage situation, once you saw, like, I understand, like, okay, cool, like, you try to play me. You tried to play me like I ain't nobody. I'm going to show you. And you should have called your management team and talked it out with your management and sat down and talked to her woman to woman and say, hey, this is how this tour going to go. And if it's going to continue to go like this, I don't want to be on here. I'm going to have to pull out. But you're so desperate for this opportunity because you think it's the only opportunity you're going to get. That's not how you manifest, baby. That's not how you manifest nothing in your life. If you want better for your life and you don't want people to treat you like you ain't shit, you better think you the shit. You better think that you're somebody. Because if you walking around at the mercy of everybody, you walking around at the mercy of your boss, you walking around the mercy of a relationship, you walking around the mercy of a friendship, or you walking around getting treated any type of way just to hope that somebody is going to finally see you. Ain't nobody going to see you until you see yourself. And when you see yourself, you're not going to let nobody treat you like you a little roach in the corner, period. And at the end of the day, when you are at the mercy of somebody and somebody's doing all these favors for you, people eventually start to resent you when you become an inconvenience. And clearly, she became an inconvenience to Ice Spice and her team. That's why they started treating her that way. Why CleoTrapa continued to stick around and let them treat her any type of way was a reflection of how she felt about herself at the end of the day. One of the other key points is that I kept hearing her say over and over again, y'all tried to play me like I'm small. Y'all tried to play me like I'm nobody. Y'all tried to play me like I'm nothing. You tried to really down me and make me feel low about myself. Let's be honest. Let's look at that at a deeper perspective. Anybody that say that, you trying to make me feel, ain't nobody got that much power to make you feel like something unless that's already inside of you. So if somebody made you feel like something, and I'm talking about in this particular situation, not every situation, but I'm talking about in this situation where she's saying they making her feel like she's small and she's a nobody. That's because her self-esteem started to get tested. Because her self-esteem and her self-worth was being tested. Because I promise you, baby, if she had the self-worth and the self-esteem that she needs to have because she big mama, okay, if she carried around that big mama energy, there's no way she would have stayed around that long letting Ice Spice treat her like that. And another thing about the hotel, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, it sounded like it was an inconvenience. There's one thing to share a room with your friend for a couple of days, but for the whole tour.
Talking about she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big ass room. Bitch, can I play with my pussy one time? In my bed one time? Like, damn, you want to sleep in my bed every day? That's crazy to me.
For the whole tour, boo-boo, like, Ice Spice did make a valid point. She said, dang, I need some space. Can I play with myself? Can I have some time in a hotel room by myself without you always in my bed, always in my room? Like, at the end of the day, people want their space. Could they both have vocalized that a better way? Yes. Could she have vocalized that in a better way to her friend? Of course. She didn't have to play her like that. But at the same time, Ice Spice is like, girl, what is you doing? Like, you're acting like a bop. You're acting like a fan. You acting like you my man or something like that. Like, girl, don't you want your own room? You want to sleep with me the whole time we here? Like, at the end of the day, don't expect something from people and not give something in return. People are not just nice like that. Most people in this world are not nice like that. That's something I had to learn the hard way too. I'm a very, very giving person. Very, very giving. Just want to give, and I don't look for nothing in return. I take pleasure in seeing people smile and making them feel good. There's something about a feel good energy, and maybe that is something that I want in return. I pour into people, and I love seeing people smile and laugh because it also makes me feel good that they feel good, because there's a certain energy that vibrates off. And if I can lift somebody up and everybody is just sharing this light and this light energy, maybe that's a positive way of transmuting that energy. But most people in this world, they're not doing favors because they want to pour into you and it makes them happy that you're happy. That's not how the world works. That's not how most people in this world operate. And once you realize that you get out of fantasy land and most people, this is a dog eat type of world where you eat or get ate type of world, you're going to start moving differently. And I had to learn that the hard way. I'm going to move differently in this world, knowing that people are probably most likely not approaching me on some they want to pour into me just because they probably want something. Am I going to run across genuine people one day? Sure. I definitely believe that I can attract genuine people in my life. I have genuine friends now. I have genuine family members and I have genuine supporters in my life. Like, I appreciate anybody who watches my video and take the time and pay attention to something that I'm giving and serving. Like, I'm giving them something and they're giving me something in return. It's an equal transaction, you know? But a lot of people in this world just want to use you and use you and use you and deplete you. And it looked like Ice Spice needed CleoTrapa in the moment to help her with her image because she was probably destiny swapping with CleoTrapa. She was taking her style. She was dressing like her. There's one thing to be inspired by things, but I think it's another thing when you start acting and dressing like a person and you're taking their style because you know you have an advantage as a lighter skinned woman over your friend CleoTrapa. But then at the same time, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna feed her crumbs because that's my friend. No. You should have taken care of your friend better, but at the same time, never mix friendship and business because if there's not a set rules and it's just off a word of mouth, no. So hopefully CleoTrapa has learned her lesson to move different. Like, this woman has potential to be something big, and hopefully this doesn't really hurt her career, but hopefully they both just move past this situation and move along. And don't let nobody keep playing you for so long. You stayed the entire tour, and I understand she probably was going back and forth with herself trying to feed off the crumbs that Ice Spice and her team was giving her. But no, ma'am, when you big mama, you're not going to let nobody play you. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. And if you have any thoughts that you want to share, please drop it in the comment section below. And also, if you have any words of advice for any women out there or men where you feel like you have overcame a similar situation, please drop the wisdom down in the comment section as well. I appreciate all of you and all of your thoughts. All right, guys, until next time, bye.